Hello. Welcome, this is alertwolf here. I'm going to bring you another review. And this one is a Blast of Tempest, episode 11. And this one is called Girl Out of Time. Hold on a second, I just need to grab some drink. Now, this one was pretty good. The episode starts off with them trying to figure out how to save the princess. And trying to figure out how things work. Such as how to bring her forward and how the dolls work, and they figured out because of the strand, if it's the same shape and it has some DNA, like the strand of hair or something like that, or blood or something, that's how they establish the time link. And Mahiro figures out, he's like, we have a time link like that to bring you here, your skeleton. Your skeleton can do it. And so next we see the spirit user and June talking, and Evangeline's on the floor, she's injured, and he's here to help her. And the spirit user's like, why are you getting involved? He's like, have you seen her titties? Her titties are nice and they're in trouble. What man wouldn't help her? And he's like, that's not a reason. He's like, whatever. And she's like, are you a mage? Are you a magic user? He's like, I lack that talent. The spirit user already knows from the previous episode that he's fighting a master. And he's in trouble. So the spirit user attacks him and he just gets flipped. And the spirit user is outclassed by June. And I find that pretty funny. Oh, you know what? Yeah, right into the review here without giving some props and some generals about this video. You're gonna notice that a little different. If you notice, there's gonna be there's background music currently playing, and what happened was, I'm watching some other people's videos, like King of Lightning always had background music, and Henshin Takeda has background music, and Luffy the Super Saiyan, for example, has background music. And I'm watching their videos this week, and I'm going, I could, and then I watched one of my videos, just to, check on something because somebody had left a comment, and I wanted to see exactly what they were talking about, and he was right. I thought that was funny. But anyway, and I realized, you know what? It's better with music, It's a little boring without the music. So, you should hear some. So the instrumental you're hearing now comes from a friend of mine. His band's called Fallen from Grace, and there you go. They provided the instrumental you're hearing now. Anyway, sorry about that. They provided the instrumental you're hearing now, and also, I also put a little intro over the opening of this as well, and they provided that. But the end credit theme is done by me, so just to put that out there. Anyway, back to where I was. So they're like, oh, the skeleton is the link. But they're like, wait a minute, we can't, Yoshino's like, you can't just teleport because you gotta create a time paradox because her skeleton is here. And then Mahiro's like, well, what if she just transports everything but her skeleton? And then that should work. And no time paradox. And you know, yeah, and she's thinking that this would require something significant, an offering. And then Simon comes clean. And basically, all of these things are stalling tactics. Then we get the army attacking, and then fruits of the tree of Exodus ripen, and then start eating. Start basically killing all the pilots, and so the people in the army start to die off. And that sucks. And then June goes to the spirit user. Well, he goes to Evangeline. He's like, so can the army get together a second offensive? She goes, you know how hard it is to get these people together? And he goes, so that's a no. And he goes to the spirit user. So you want to stop fighting now because, well, the spirit user's just on his back. He's like, because I see that the rest of this battle is pointless. He's like, this whole thing was pointless. And then Evangeline was injured. She coughed up some blood. She's like, I have a punctured lung and broken ribs. And he's like, would you heal her? So he heals her. And she's like, thank you. Because, you know what? I think she's slightly attracted to these guys. But he's like, oh, no. And then we get the explanation of some things. But before that, they keep going back and forth. So Simon, I almost forgot. Simon makes an explanation of things too. That somewhere on the island, he had left an offering soaked in his blood to the Tree of Genesis. He goes, yeah, you're absolutely right. This is in case of an emergency. We needed a way to bring back the princess because I'm not about to murder the princess. Because in the end, they're not really bad guys. So it's all interesting here. And nobody in this anime thus far is a villain. And I keep saying that, and I'll keep reiterating it. They're just good people on different sides, willing to do extraordinary things to accomplish their goals. So there is an offering, but the offering is lost somewhere on the island, and he went to check to see if the offering was used, but there was a storm the day before and they couldn't find it. But then we get to the nuts and bolts of things, which is Simon says to Mahiro that, think about it. It was the will of the Tree of Genesis that killed your sister in order for you guys to be here to save Hagase, the princess. And he's like, and meanwhile, everybody else in the anime already figured that too. Now, because Mahiro is no slouch, but kind of dense on some things, I don't know if he had thought that part through. But intellectually, he's as smart as everybody in the room, and he's probably even a little smarter. So, yeah, her death was somehow too convenient for Hagase. All this was a plan. And so we have that confrontation. Then we go back to June, and I could finish what he was saying. Basically, June tells that you can't to Evangeline that he has to heal you because you can't murder someone. Because if you murder someone, you can't use magic anymore. The Tree Genesis doesn't forgive you. And if they can, you have to do these things where people have to be forgiven. There's a whole big mess. Basically, you can't use magic to kill, right? The fruits are technically killing people. The clan is not. This is how they're getting around it. And so, their sacrifices to the fruit. So, we get to the crux of things. Simon finds out who in the clan is responsible. and they're like, finally, you know. Well, right before that, you know, you have Mihiro. Or Yashino. He tries to say something to Mihiro to change his mind from switching sides, and all of these are stall tactics. The stall tactics are on both sides because now the princess is off frantically looking for whatever he left behind of civilization so that she can do the spell with, so she can, you know, sacrifice it to the Tree of Genesis. And he's stalling because he's trying to find out who the killer of Aika, there we go, is. Now, it looks like my theory is getting better, but I'll get into that in a minute. Alright, so, you know, basically, so as they're stalling, the princess is still looking. They find out about the killer. He gets told that nobody in the clan killed her, and right before that, Simba was saying, if it is somebody in the clan, we have such strict rules about it that it has, because we were distracted by this awakening Exodus this year, that it's the tree's fault again, you know, and so all this is going on, and it turns out Mihiro completely knew both sides were stalling for time. He's like, haha, now I find out. And then he find out nobody in the clan did it. And that is crazy. And the princess starts thinking about it. No, it has to be someone from the clan, because there's apparently a web that gets put on you from the tree if you're a murderer. And to escape the web of fate, I guess. There was no web there when she checked with magic, and the only people that can escape the fate are mages from her clan, and so therefore it has to be someone from the clan. But everybody in the clan checks out. So then, who's the killer? And then she goes, "This doesn't make any sense." And Mihiro's freaking losing it. He's like, "What the fuck is the purpose of all this then?" And then she thinks about it. She's like, "Wait a minute. Just like I'm the princess of the Tree of Genesis, there may be a princess for the tree, a mage for the Tree of Exodus may have killed her. Exodus is destruction, so that it wouldn't be judged." And that's pretty much the end of the episode right there. We're left hanging with the mage. It could have been done by the mage of excuse me, the mage of Exodus. Now, the princess of Exodus, Aika. Or Aika. It was her. She was it had. All right, where was I? Yes. So, I think it was Aika. I think she's the princess of Exodus. It confirms my theory. And then we get some scenes. Everything's turned on its head. We, as it said, we definitely get the princess returning, so that's cool. Yeah, Absence from Felicity a while is the name of episode 12, the final episode. So, wow, everything's coming to fruition. There's still a lot of questions left to be answered. I think I'm right. I think the Tree of Exodus and Genesis, although are opposed to each other, may not be completely unnatural working together. You know, destruction and creation, so to speak. So I'm telling you, I think she knew what she was doing the entire time. I think this was Aika's plan to save the world, basically. I think she knew too much. I mean, this is my theory. One episode left to figure it out. So I can't wait till next week. So this episode, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really good. We got a lot of story. I mean, again, there was really no action. Because a lot of this anime, the action in the anime is secondary. you know, uh, to the drama and the suspense and the mystery behind this anime. So it's more psychological than it is action. And that may throw a lot of you guys out there who watch this or who are thinking this isn't maybe the best show. But I like the dynamic of the show because but the action is super cool. The rules are very simple, and at least behind how to use the magic and, you know, not killing and defensive and all of that. Yet the mystery is there the whole time, and I think the characters are really good. The fact that there's no physical villain in this anime is great. So, yeah, so 4 out of 5. I think this was really good, and, you know, I've enjoyed this anime thus far. This is not the greatest anime I've ever seen, but this anime is pretty good, and the animation has been stellar the entire time. I'm enjoying this. So, click it up if you like it, comment if you must, subscribe if you can, and this is alertwolf signing out.